Yo, yo, what up, family? It's your dog, the Ultra Melanite, coming to you live and direct from Charleston, South Carolina, aka the Holy City. And today we're going to be exploring why we actually call people white and why we call people black. I know it doesn't make much sense at first since people aren't actually these colors, but there's actually a science behind it, whether these classifications were intentional or not, you dig me? And the science behind these terms are actually that they are the characteristics of energy, which are termed as colors. It is the negative positive relationship of the yin and yang, the duality of the oneness, you dig what I'm saying? As y'all know, we deal with grammar right here in the village, so let us explain these energies and their characteristics. First, the yang is bright, white, positive, masculine, represents heaven and heat, and actually represents the physical world. My example of a yang object would be the sun. The sun emits yang energy, while yin is negative, the force of attraction, feminine, dark, represented by water, and actually represents the spiritual world. My example of a yin energy is the earth. The earth emits a yin energy. The yin and yang together represent a oneness through duality, a binary system of information capable of manifestation. You dig me? In short terms, when you put these two energies together, they have the power to create. For example, a battery has two terminals, a positive and a negative terminal. The positive cable is yang while the negative is yin. A battery does not work without this binary system. It does not create energy without this binary system. Same with most systems understood by man. Even complex things like computers use binary systems, ones and zeros, the yin and the yang, you dig me? Well, this also applies to humanity, but for humans, it represents the spiritual physical relationship, and thus our physical terms, white and black people, are derived from this understanding. So first, we're going to deal with white people, all right? White people's physical is yang. You can already tell because they're white, they're lighter skin. As their physical bodies represent yang characteristics, white people are generally lighter skin. They reflect the sunlight, which causes sunburn because, like a magnet, positive repels positive. Yang repels yang. White people repel sunlight. Since they repel sunlight, their heavenly oneness is formed with the yin moon. The moon is yin also, all right? For the most part, their societies are patriarchal in all of their cultural endeavors. You dig? They have more of the kingly system, whereas even in the United States, right, John, women wasn't allowed to vote up until recent history. They put the woman on a lower pedestal than the man. So they have a patriarchal society, which is also a yang characteristics. White people's yang physical makes them a very masculine, dominating, invading force because of these yang physical qualities. However, in contrast, their spirit is yin and negative, dark, cold, feminine, attractive. So their yin spirit attracts their yang physical, which forms a oneness, which if unbalanced can fill their yin spirit with physical desire of the yang, which has happened to most of their people. Most of their people, their spirit has been absorbing that yang energy, that physical yang energy, which it is susceptible to, you dig? So now let's deal with black people. As for black people, our physical is yin, dark, feminine. Our societies tend to be matriarchal. We base our societies on the woman, the queen, the mother earth. You dig, big mama. All right. We are cold-natured, meaning we require the yang energy of the sun for our warmth, which forms our heavenly oneness with the sun, since we are yin and the sun is yang. We are physically unattracted to the moon and the earth since we are yin along with them. So our physical attraction is with the heaven, unlike white people whose physical attraction is with the earth. You dig what I'm saying? Since white people are yang and the earth is yin. Black people's spirit is yang, forceful, dominant, hot, repulsive, masculine, and bright. That's why they say we got soul brothers, soul music. Our soul comes out in our yin physical. Our yin physical body absorbs our yang spiritual energy, forming our oneness, what we call self. That's the difference between white and black people, and why it's almost impossible for white people to accept our black culture, because they are physically yang, which has the quality to repel. It does not have the quality to attract or absorb. They not willing. They ain't trying to hear nothing we got to say. On top of that, our physical cultures naturally reject one another because physical itself is yang. You digging? Yang repels yang. However, since black people's physical is yin natured, if we are not careful, we can start to accept the yang energy, which we start to accept white people's yang energy, which causes an imbalance in us as a whole, which has happened to us as a society through constant programming, namely religion, music, TV. You dig what I'm saying? Our cultures are not meant to mix, as we both, as racial constructs, exert our own 360-degree vibration independent of one another. We can only coexist by finding that harmonic balance within ourselves. If not, destruction will occur every time. You dig me? That's nature's defense against all of this BS. We are humans, but our energies are inverse. White people are yang yin, or positive negative, and are the physical manifestations of the yang energy, giving them yang quality and thoughts of physical desire. You dig? Black people are yin yang, negative positive, and are the spiritual representations manifested or trapped in the physical. We are spiritually dominant since our spirits are yang, but our yang spirit was somehow trapped in this physical life, like the Titans from Greek mythology. Which is why we decided to do this video, so we can start on a more spiritual journey, so we can keep people informed what's going on with black spirituality and get away from all of the religion that we've been taught. So keep watching. Remember, this yin yang system that I'm talking about applies to most things and most systems within systems. You dig me? The yin yang represents the duality, which is your word for God. Dos, Dios, which is the power to create. If we take a man which has a Y or a yang chromosome and a woman who has an X or a yin chromosome, they create a child. The yin yang creates, the negative positive creates. If you take yin yin, negative negative, or yang yang, positive positive, it destroys. Two Y chromosomes cannot reproduce, just like two X chromosomes cannot reproduce. You dig what I'm saying? We just like the battery. We need the yin yang, or the negative positive energy, to exist. Here's some more grammar words on the screen as we ride out. In the village hidden by the sun, we use grammar to counter the dialectic so our children won't be blinded by the sun. Yeah, dig me? Peace.